Since Roe v. Wade was destroyed by the conservative supermajority on the Supreme Court, more than 30 million US women now live in states where those rights no longer exist. And attempts to solve that have come in multiple forms, but this is a particularly interesting one. Planned Parenthood has this idea that they're gonna be rolling out in Illinois, where they're gonna have a mobile abortion clinic, a 37-foot RV that is gonna stay in Illinois, where abortion has not been completely outlawed yet. But it's going to be traveling close to the borders of adjoining states that have banned abortion throughout this year. That RV will have 2 exam rooms, a lab, and a waiting room. Initially, it will provide medication abortions up to 11 weeks. Planned Parenthood will aim to start providing surgical abortions at the clinic after the first few months. And so this will theoretically provide some access to these services for people in neighboring Missouri, Kentucky, and Tennessee. There's also potentially people living in the South and Midwest that might have to travel farther, but that's what they're currently considering. And we know that it's gonna be needed. The leaders of the St. Louis Planned Parenthood office say that since June, their Fairview Heights clinic has seen a 30% increase in abortion patients. A rate officials said was even higher than they'd anticipated. Patients from outside Missouri and Illinois increased by more than 340%. And so, if you can make one of these, you could theoretically make 5 or a dozen. You could put them in this state or in a number of other states. And that is not the same thing as the status quo that existed just a few months ago, but it might help people continue to have some autonomy over their body.
Yeah,
what do you think?
All kinds of moves that people are trying to make, I guess, in preparation, in response to this decision as well. But also, I remember when it first went down, and there was one particular example of a woman who said she was trying to determine whether or not she was going to do it, which obviously there's nuance and gray area when people come to these decisions a lot of times, because there's so many different reasons why women choose to do what they want to do with their pregnancies, with their bodies, with their futures, and anything else, and their circumstances, which again, people like to completely gloss over. Dana Loesch calling every woman a skank, first of all. So there's that. And because of that decision process, as soon as the decision was about to go down, this particular woman who wasn't sure yet said, well, while I still have the opportunity, let me go ahead and do it. They forced her hand to then get the abortion that she wasn't sure she was gonna get yet, because it was gonna be a blanket, hell no, you don't get your rights. Is that helping your side? Is it actually about preventing abortions? Is it actually about saving the babies, as they say? Or is it about control? And then when you have those numbers like that tilt in that direction because of their decision to do it, do they feel responsible for that? No, it's still her fault, even though there's a good chance that she would have decided the other way. We're this whole thing called a decision and not forced. But they don't care about that type of stuff. It's all about this. So this is just another element of the desperation when it comes to giving people some sort of access. And I'm willing to guarantee you that the folks, once they see this, the oppressive people are gonna try and find a way to limit this as well.
Yeah, at least limit. I know people in the chat are already talking about this, and I share the concern. I hope they have security on this thing, because God only knows what people are gonna target it with. But you're totally right about the hypocrisy too. Like, Fox News is gonna lose their mind over this. Like, there's a chance that Charlie Kirk is already talking about it. And yet, bear in mind, and you tell me if you think I'm wrong, if Herschel Walker drove up to his next campaign rally in one of these mobile clinics, it was like, beep, beep, let's talk, jumps out and starts giving his speech, they'd be like, well, I don't love it, but I'm voting for you, sir. So bear in mind the hypocrisy. Anyway, I'm glad that they're doing it. Another nonprofit, Just the Pill, operates a mobile clinic in Colorado, which is good. I don't know how expensive these things are to set up, but it sure seems like a cost-effective way to provide some of these services. In July, a California doctorate proposed a floating abortion clinic in the Gulf of Mexico. It's an interesting idea. I really hope that that's not what is needed for people to have access to rights that they had their entire lives. We literally set up an island for them to be able to get medical procedures done.